What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Millie. I appreciate you for tuning in because, look, man, you could have been any place else in the world, but you decided to be here. Now, look, yo, you see the title. Young Thug and Gunna done got themselves caught up in a fucking Rico. Damn it, man. Listen, hear me out. We need to have a real discussion about this rap shit. You feel me? And this is me talking to the community. You feel me? The rap game is super duper fucked up right now. All right? I feel like we're the only genre really promoting this toxic ass shit, right? That's being fed to kids because honestly, the majority of fans who listen to rap are probably under 21. Anywhere between 14 to 20. You know what I mean? Or even at 21. You know what I'm trying to say? And that shit is influential as hell, bro. I can tell you, anybody who knows me on a personal level can personally tell you I listen to some violent ass, aggressive ass music, bro. I listen to New York drill damn near from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. And I can personally tell you that shit be making me want to do some out of this world ass shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I dead ass will be brushing my teeth, thinking about pistol whipping any motherfucker coming to my job looking for help. You feel me? They coming to my job looking for help, and I'm ready to punch you. I don't know why. But we have to understand, whether you want to admit it or not, rap is incredibly influential. If you go to the hood today, you know what I'm trying to say? You talk to these kids, I'm sure the answer is still the same when you ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up? If it's not sports, it's a rapper. Some might say like an influencer, whatever the hell. But a lot of the times you'll hear a rapper, right? And I feel like these niggas need to start taking accountability for what the hell they're saying on wax, all right? Because rap is the only genre where if you're rapping, the general public presumes whatever you're saying on wax is true. You feel me? Which in this case, okay, I don't necessarily mind you using lyrics in court if you can match those lyrics with physical evidence. If you can somehow put that together logically, not in a shady ass way, all right, so be it. But though, you're not gonna tell me that these heavy rock motherfuckers is not doing some weird shit. I done heard plenty of heavy metal tracks where they're sacrificing babies and grandmas, doing fucking rituals and shit. And you don't hear about them. The only time you hear about Ricos and musicians is rappers. The only time. I've never heard no other time. You feel me? Now with Young Thug getting caught up, I ain't gonna forget what you did, Young Thug. You and Mr. Birdman try to get Wheezy F Baby shot up in that tour bus. And I wondered why nobody went to jail for that. Right? Only the shooter did, obviously. I don't think he got much time. But we knew for a fact Young Thug and Birdman both conspired to kill Lil Wayne. Listen, I'm not tapped in, nigga. You can YouTube the shit yourself. You feel what I'm trying to say? And to me, it's like we are so toxic in our own community, bro. And I don't like that shit. You don't hear that shit with any of the white artists or the Spanish artists, the Asian artists. They don't promote that shit in their own communities, bro. We are the only ones that be doing this shit. Look at ESTG. If you don't know who ESTG is, he is signed to Yo Gotti, right? Pull up his Spotify, pull up his Apple Music. I can guarantee within 5 bars, we're going to hear some shit about some fentanyl. Why is this man rapping about pitching fentanyl to the hood? We know what fentanyl does, bro. Why are you promoting flipping it? You know what I'm saying? Cutting it, whatever the hell you're doing it, but you're selling it to a bunch of other black people. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that shit is wild as hell to me. But don't get me wrong. I'm not going to act like I'm a saint. I love rap. I listen to plenty of rap artists. But there is no balance in the game right now, bro. When it comes to male rappers, if you are not promoting this kind of activity, drugs, hoes, gang activity, it's like nobody wants to hear you. It's the same thing with female rap. the majority of the top female rappers all rap about the same shit. Toxic shit. Use men, get money, don't like all this other weird dumb shit, bro. And it's really our community that is affecting the most, which is why I think why black men and black women are just so against each other even more so now. And the shit is sad, bro. You feel me? But nevertheless, man, let's get into this indictment and see what's really going on. You feel me?
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video,
hey, y'all, and shout out 1090 Jake, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on my boy. You feel me?
we're gonna be speaking on Young Thug, Gunna, and the YSL Rico takedown.
My number one focus is targeting gangs. It does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, you are going to become a target, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
May 9th, 2022, a 56-count indictment was filed in Fulton County Superior Court targeting 28 members of one of Atlanta's richest and most violent street gangs, with charges ranging from robbery, racketeering, and murder. Law enforcement would execute a full-on takedown, locating and arresting none other than 30-year-old Jeffrey Williams, who's more commonly known as Young Thug, one of Atlanta's rap superstars with an estimated net worth of over $8 million.
Jesus Christ, you worth $8 million, and you are allegedly doing this dumb ass shit, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. I fuck with Young Thug and Gunna so heavy. I know y'all heard slime language. I know y'all heard it. That shit was fire, bro. You feel me? But it puts a bad taste in my mouth when you're just going into communities and you're still doing this shit. Nigga, open up a school or something. You feel me? We don't own shit around here. All the white people and like the Asian people, they own a whole gang of shit around here. We don't own Nathan. How? We run the NFL. We run the NBA. We run damn near pop culture. We run rap. How do we have all these rich, successful black people in all these four categories, yet we don't own not a damn thing, bro? Do we have a hospital? Do we have any banks? Maybe I've been living underneath a rock. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Do we own or have any of that shit right now, bro? Fuck a school drive. Fuck them turkeys. You know what I'm saying? Do we have anything that's really gonna help generations starting from the kids on, bro? Do we? Because I truly feel like we don't. And I don't know if that's by design. I don't know if they're not allowed to. I don't know if this is actually literally, no pun intended, deeper than rap. I have no idea. But it amazes me how we run a lot of shit around here as far as the most popular faces to the shit that society might deem important are black. But yet, it seems like our community suffers the most, bro. And the shit really be sad as hell.
According to the indictment, Young Thug has been named as one of the 3 founders of the YSL criminal street gang, and a 9-year investigation would detail the bloodshed behind the music. Young Thug, the second youngest of 10 siblings, grew up in the now demolished Jonesboro South housing projects. This was Zone 3, Atlanta's South Side, and Jonesboro South was notoriously known as one of the most violent and harshest living environments Atlanta had to offer. Expelled from middle school for assaulting a teacher, Thugger would spend 4 years within a juvenile prison before starting his career as a rapper in 2010. YSL, short for Young Slime Life, is a gang that formed in late 2012 within Atlanta's South Side, specifically around Cleveland Ave. Young Thug, YSL DK, and YSL Slug were identified as the founders, and members within the group have claimed affiliation to the Bloods, specifically the subset Sex Money Murder. It seems much of YSL's identifiers derive from the Blood affiliation, as they display red and green bandanas representing blood and slime. YSL also originated the wipe your nose hand sign, which originally may have stood for slime, but has since taken on a meaning of violence and used as a threat similar to sliding a finger across your throat. According to the indictment, YSL is a criminal enterprise in which members conspire to obtain money illegally, and when you mix a criminal enterprise with a conspiracy, you birth a Rico indictment. It's believed members of YSL preserved, protected, and enhanced their reputation through acts of racketeering such as threats, assaults, and murder. Songs, music videos, and photos demonstrated allegiance to the gang and a willingness to commit violence on the gang's behalf. Young Thug, who can be seen on video being arrested outside of his home in Buckhead, faces 1 count of violating Georgia's state RICO Act and participating in criminal street gang activity. According to the indictment, back in 2013, Thugger obtained a stolen firearm, and in 2014, he released a song titled Ew, in which he makes multiple references to YSL, stating, "YSL won't fold, YSL wipe a nose." And another line he says, "I'm a fucker for the cash, then she getting robbed by Tick." Tick is another nickname for YSL Slug, identified as Trontavious Stevens, one of the founding members. A 2014 photo of Thugger throwing up a YSL gang sign also made its way into the indictment, and yes, lyrics, gang signs, and mentions of YSL are all being used against him as acts in furtherance of the conspiracy.
Now, this is my whole thing. As far as I know, I think this is, there was about 50 people or so that got caught in this. How are you going to control these people from not telling? You feel me? Like, I don't know if you guys know who Casanova is. Casanova was a New York rapper. I believe he was signed to Rock Nation. That's Jay-Z and them. You feel what I'm trying to say? He got caught in a RICO, and just yesterday he had to plead guilty because he was getting snitched on. You feel what I'm trying to say? Now, where do we stand with this? Right? Now, are they going to be able to cover the lawyers of all, minus Young Thug and Gunna, all 54 people? Are they going to cover these people? Because if you don't, right, even the lowest member in this gang must know some shit. You know what I'm trying to say? And are you willing to take that risk? Would you rather tell first before you get told on? And it's like, I don't know. You feel me? I don't do no crime. I've never done no crime at all. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because this snitch shit is just so real. I don't want to get caught up in a position where my life is dependent upon my code D is going to be just as sturdy as me. You feel me? And it all depends upon what kind of numbers they're talking about. You talking about 3-5 years? There's no need to tell. You can hold down 3-5 years. But if you talking about 15, 20, and I'm rich, child, boy, I don't know. Hey, I never told on nobody in my life. But if you talking Warren Sapp jersey numbers, hey, I might fuck around and try anything once. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know. Thank goodness I've never been in that position where I have to really make that decision. Because you gotta think, bro, with 56, including Young Thug and Gunna, with 56 people on this 88-page indictment, right? Are you willing to bet your life that the other 54 people are gonna hold you down no matter what you did for them? When they're talking about 30 years, you feel me? 25 to life. Are you willing to bet your life that you're a millionaire? Are you willing to bet that every single one of these people are gonna hold you down? Because when you go to jail, it's not like you're gonna kill them. That don't happen no more. 6ix9ine told, and he is still out here doing anything and everything. So obviously that old statute, if you snitch, you're gonna die, that doesn't work. That probably hasn't worked in a little bit now. You feel me?
On January 7th, 2015, Thugger rented an Infiniti Q50 from a Hertz rental company. 3 days later, a triple shooting shook Southwest Atlanta. 2 men and a teenager were standing outside of a barber shop on a Saturday night when gunfire erupted as a vehicle drove past, firing multiple rounds into the upper body of a 26-year-old man. Another 20-year-old and a 14-year-old boy were shot in the legs as shell casings were left scattered throughout the street. The 26-year-old was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition, rushed into emergency surgery, and died on the operating table. He was identified as Donovan Thomas, who was known throughout Atlanta as Big Nut. Nut was a
Oh, okay. So this is why Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan fell out, because Big Nut, pause, what kind of fucking name is that? How do you even get that name? What the hell? But Big Nut was a very close to Rich Homie Quan. And that kind of makes sense why Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug stopped jacking each other. That makes sense.
close associate of another Atlanta rapper who goes by the name YFN Lucci.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on. I done put the pieces together, I think. Now, if you don't know who YFN Lucci is, he got caught in a Rico, I want to say, at this point, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. He still hasn't went to trial for it. But him and Young Thug have been beefing for a minute. But I didn't know that Mr. Nut, pause, that he was the one that died in that drive-by shooting. Now, if you guys remember, a couple months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, Young Thug's baby mama was shot in a bowling alley and died. And the person who shot her is an affiliate of YFN Lucci. You feel me? And I believe either a couple months before that or a little bit after that, YFN Lucci was stabbed in jail. So this beef is real. You know what I'm trying to say? This shit is very real.
And Lucci would drop an EP named Long Live Nut in his memory. According to the district attorney, his murder created a wave of violence Atlanta had never seen, and his death is one of the main events leading to this indictment. The vehicle rented by Young Thug is believed to have been the vehicle used in the shooting, and the beef between Young Thug and Lucci would become more publicized in the years that followed. 2 weeks after the murder, Young Thug communicated with the alleged leader of Sex Money Murder in Georgia, and the conversation stated, "Sacrifices must be made. Soldiers must fall in order for battle to be won." The next day, Young Thug would post a video to social media saying, "So what? Lie to they mama, lie to they kids, lie to they brothers and sisters, then get right into the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth. Don't get it. Y'all need to get fucking killed, bro. From me and YSL."
Oh my God. Hey, listen, Young Thug, you might as well go ahead and tell, baby boy. You are fried. You are done. I am not going to lie to you. They've been on your ass for 8-9 years? And this is what you're saying on the phone, bro? Ain't no way, boy. Boy, no way. No way that this man is that retarded. Can't be, bro. Cannot be. So he thought he got that rental vehicle, killed that man, and he didn't go to jail. He thought he just thought like he was just off scot-free. Like the feds was just said, fuck it. We just not even gonna worry about it. We couldn't catch the killer or whatever. Fuck it. You know what I mean? You just thought they weren't gonna lay off on you. They were investigating this man for 8 to 9 years. How do you not have people on your team encrypting your messages, bro? You got too much money. I don't get it. My people, please, I am pleading with y'all. How are y'all? Come on, man. Come on with this. Come on. There is no way that you're making millions of dollars allegedly committing high-level crimes and you're not even encrypting messages. Nigga, don't text it. Nigga, write a letter. Talk to him in person. There's so many. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Like this shit is this shit is really tilting my spirit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
6 months later, Thugger would commit terroristic threats after threatening to shoot a mall security guard in the face after he was told he was no longer welcome on the property. Lyrics from a 2016 song would state, "Hey, this that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, killing 12 shit. Hey, fuck a jail shit."
Okay, chill out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I would be biased as hell being a juror listening to them bars because that boy was spitting. I ain't gonna lie. you know that track. That track was fire. It would be hard for me not, you know what I mean? Bobbing my head like, okay, I can't do that. I ain't going front. Don't put me on that trial. Cause with them bars, he's innocent.
And he'd continue saying, "Fuck the police. He's prepared to take them down. Fuck the judge. YSL, this that mob life." 2017, Thugger was hit with multiple drug charges and another stolen weapon, along with fellow Atlanta rapper GUNNA. And in 2018, Young Thug released the song Anybody featuring Nicki Minaj, stating, "I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body." While
Jeffrey, what the hell did you just say, my boy? I gotta rewind that shit back. What did he just say?
2017, Thugger was hit with multiple drug charges and another stolen weapon, along with fellow Atlanta rapper GUNNA. And in 2018, Young Thug released the song Anybody featuring Nicki Minaj, stating, "I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body." While I assume investigators are using this line as a reference to the murderer Nut, Nicki Minaj takes credit for writing the lyrics to the entire song, which can be used in Thugger's defense. The following month, Young Thug, GUNNA, and a vehicle driving behind them were pulled over. The vehicle following Thugger had 4 men armed with numerous weapons with high-capacity magazines, including an AK-47. These two incidents, along with lyrics and a photograph of Gunna with the YSL pendant, are being used to charge Gunna with violating Georgia's Rico Act. Multiple song lyrics where Thugger references murders will be highlighted in the indictment, and in September of 2021, a recorded jail video call between an inmate in the Fulton County Jail, Thugger, and another YSL member would show the inmate saying he needs something. Thugger pointed to the other YSL member for him to take care of it before flashing a YSL gang sign to the inmate. This act, amongst others, are being used as proof of Young Thug's leadership role within the gang.
I don't know about that last one. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think that one gonna stick for real.
February 9th, 2022, YFN Lucci was inside of the Fulton County Jail when he was attacked and a knife fight ensued. Guards attempted to separate the two men using tasers with little to no effect, and Lucci was taken to medical with a laceration to his head. The attacker was charged with aggravated assault and battery, and Lucci wasn't charged. That same month, the same inmate Young Thug was on the video call with would be caught with a knife and a cell phone inside of the jail. 4 days later, 2 other YSL members inside of the same jail discussed how to get permission from Young Thug as they conspired to murder YFN Lucci with a second attempt.
Mr. Jeffrey, you might as well sit there and tell. You gotta tell, bro. Because the way it's looking like, these niggas are gonna bury you underneath the motherfucking job by the time they're done. I ain't even gonna lie to you, my boy. You were too hot. I'm not gonna front on you.
The following month, TMZ reported legal documents showing Lucci claimed he'd been stabbed from behind while on video call, and he's been told there's a bounty on his head by other inmates. He apparently said he fears his life is in jeopardy if he remains in custody, and attempted to use the stabbing as a way to sway the courts into giving him a bond. While other members of YSL are facing more serious charges, such as the 5 men charged with murdering Big Nut, or the 1 man that shot an Atlanta cop 6 times, violating Georgia's Rico Act carries up to 20 years in a Georgia state prison, meaning Gunna is facing up to 20, and Young Thug is facing up to 40, since he's been charged with Rico, on top of participating in criminal gang activity, which by itself carries 20 years. At this
Not to mention, when he went to his bond hearing that he was denied bond, him and Gunna, they slapped on 7 more charges on top of the fucking 80 that's already on here now for lean and weed and shit. How the hell do you go to a bond hearing and then give you 7 more of them things? How'd that go?
This time, Gunna is not in police custody. And what's even more interesting is the fact that now both Young Thug and YFN Lucci are currently in the same jail. Now I gotta be honest with y'all. This Rico case looks like bullshit for a lot of different reasons. And you know, when people hear Rico, they automatically assume the feds, they're fucked. This is not a federal Rico case. This is a state Rico case. The difference between the two, it's easier for a state to charge you with Rico.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna beat it. Versus if it's the other way around and the feds get you on a Rico, you're pretty much not gonna beat it, if that makes sense.
All right. My bad, Jeffrey. You probably don't gotta tell no more. My bad, bro. No, I would say though, you better provide them lawyers for your Codys that are facing that murder charge. Oh yeah, they're gonna need them lawyers for sure. They're for sure telling on you. So make sure you lawyer them up. But it looks like a state Rico, my boy got a chance. Okay. Now I don't know about forgiving you for trying to shoot up Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can forgive and forget that one. But in this case, at least you got a shot, my boy.
Makes sense. So Georgia, Florida, I think there's a couple of other states, they have their own RICO Act that you can violate. Glock 9, Hot Boy, they've been charged with the Florida RICO. Lucci, he's also been charged with the Georgia RICO. But what's so bullshit about this case is a lot of the things that they're saying he violated the RICO Act with is shit that already happened. Shit that people were already convicted for. You know, other members of YSL, they might have did a robbery 6 years ago. They're bringing that back up. They're saying, look, he did a robbery and went to prison for it, but we're saying he violated RICO by doing that robbery in furtherance of the fucking gang. It's crazy, because you already did your time for that crime.
Oh, looks like Mr. Thugger might beat this one. That is a valid point. Shout out 1090 Jake, man. This is why I be watching his channel, because when I hear Rico, fuck it, state or fed, I'm thinking these niggas is going down. I ain't going front. But what he is saying is a valid point. How can you charge someone for a RICO for crimes that the people already did their time for? I mean, they did their crime to furthers the gang 6 years ago, but they went to jail for it already. How can you arrest them? You know what I'm trying to say?
But years later, they're saying, no, he did it, he served his time, but he did it on behalf of the gang, which is an entirely new charge. They're using a shitload of Young Thug's lyrics against him. Anything where he's mentioned YSL, they're like, look, that's him saying he's YSL again. Every time he mentions YSL in a song, it's in furtherance of the gang.
Now, but at the same token, though, although state prosecutors say that YSL is a gang, YSL is also a label with an LLC type shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? So why can't he promote his own business? If YSL is his fucking business name, why can't he promote that shit? That doesn't necessarily mean it's a gang. So, even though he was denied bond, I low-key think, you know what I mean? He might be okay. I ain't going front. I think he might be decent.
It's in furtherance of the conspiracy. Every time he took a picture with a YSL shirt, pendant, threw the shit up with his hands, they're saying that's in furtherance of the conspiracy. Gunna hasn't been charged with actually doing anything illegal other than being in a car where Thug got caught with some shit allegedly. Some other people had guns, and Gunna had a fucking pendant that said YSL and slat, and they're like, look, he did that in furtherance of the fucking conspiracy. That's how he got picked up. He didn't actually do anything. He didn't touch a gun. He didn't touch a brick. He didn't kill anybody. He wasn't involved in a murder. But just being in pictures, throwing up signs, or having a slat or YSL chain, they're saying that's enough for you to get hit with it, which to me is bullshit. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, you can do indictments on a whole lot of fake fucking gang members that really ain't involved in a goddamn thing, and it would be the equivalent of what they're doing in this case. Now, as far as them trying to connect Thug to the murder, he could have rented a car if someone else drove the car and decided to do something that's out of his hands. That doesn't mean he necessarily rented a car for the purpose of them to go and do that. That sounds pretty fucking dumb.
Right. And that's what I was saying earlier in the vid, bro. There's no way someone can be that slow. Like, you know how when you committed a murder, bro, there's no way he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go rent this car and y'all go take it and go do that. Why don't you just steal a car from a city away or some shit and commit the murder in that shit and drive that shit in a fucking lake or something? You know what I'm trying to say? To rent a car to give to a fellow gang member to commit a murder and the rental is in your name, that is literally quite retarded, sir. You feel me?
Especially being a celebrity, why would you put your name on something like that? I would assume that these big bad gang members would be able to steal a vehicle. They wouldn't need to rent one. They would just go take one and then do what they need to do. And the fact that, you know, Thug obviously has a very good fucking lawyer. I'm sure Gunna's gonna have a very good lawyer. He's not even in custody for whatever reason, but apparently his lawyers have contacted Fulton County sheriffs and whatever it is, if he's gonna turn himself in, however that's gonna work, these boys are playing with some fucking money. They're gonna be able to have some really good fucking lawyers, and we're just gonna have to wait and see how this case plays out. But I guarantee you somebody is snitching in this case, if not multiple people, because not only is this a 9-year investigation, I don't even know if it's a 9-year investigation, but they got them on shit from 9 years ago. It could be some bitch just got caught with some drugs and is like, oh, yo, I know about some shit that happened way back in the day. Let me tell you all of this shit. I'm willing to testify. And now they're hitting them with charges. But like I said, a lot of this case seems like bullshit. You know, one of the alleged founders, he went to prison, was sentenced to 8 years in prison. I don't know how early he got out. But the charges that he went to prison for, they've re-indicted him on. It's fucking crazy. We're just gonna have to see what the up.
Is that legal? Like, what happened to the what's that shit called? When you do the crime, they can't charge you for the same shit that you already did your time for, can they? All right, Miss Georgia prosecutor. It seems like you're doing some real I don't know about this one. See, in the beginning, y'all had me. I thought these boys was fried. I ain't gonna front. I thought they were done. You feel me? But after listening, though, bro, I don't think they're in much trouble as we think. You know what I mean? Now, I guess it's gonna depend upon who's snitching and what they're saying, right? Because like I say, in gang organizations, bro, even the lowest ranking member still knows some shit, regardless. You feel me? Now, yes, Young Thug and Gunna is going to have money for them attorneys, but how do you expect to cover for the other 54 people? Because the low ones matter too, because the low ones can be the determining factor of you getting off or you getting hit with a 50. You feel me? And if you get hit with 50 and you thought you were going to be sturdy and not say nothing, you're done. You know what I'm trying to say? But either way, man, let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I think Gunna and Young Thug is about to get cooked, bro. Because according to Mr. 1090, bro, I think my brother's got a chance here. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, bro, like, comment, subscribe. I'ma holler.